villain or something. You know, like he's the rival of the good guy. Look at that hair. It could rival Duster's hair, actually. That's all right.
Not followed by anyone I'm following. Well, time to change that trend, guys. See, if I followed them, I would have known yesterday when this was announced, or 2 days ago, that he was joining them.
At least they made. I just retweeted it. At least they made an announcement. We're still not sure the official
About
ruling on
Hikari.
Mr. Jeans.
Yep.
We've made some assumptions, but
You know, I was thinking about that. Mr. Jeans has a big following. I wonder if they're just afraid of the backlash of like posting about it. You know?
Damn, is this following that big?
There's
Is it like if I kicked Gork or something?
People,
Like, is it that?
Yes. Anytime Mr. Jeans is showing, like a lot of people are gonna talk about him.
But again, what are we keeping secret? He's obviously not playing. So like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I hear where you're coming from. This is just a weird application of that logic because we all know.
Well, they're going for the Centaur Grimstroke here since Snapfire got banned.
Centaur into Nyx, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tech is still open, by the way, so I'm not sure. I mean, I guess when you pick the Nyx here, the possibilities of Tech are very slim.
You can 5 Nyx, I think.
Yeah, true.
I think 5 Nyx is very strong.
I like this. All right, Ryer Void Spirit. That's I honestly feel if you look at the win rate here, Ryer has a 78% win rate with Void Spirit on Crewmates, and they have a 40% win rate on Mars. So every time they play either off lane or mid, it just doesn't work. So I'm glad they're back to the Void Spirit.
So that's why they're banning it themselves. They're just Flash is like, no more, man. Just
if I
stop.
ban it, we cannot pick it.
Oh, my finger slipped. Oh no, I know how much you love playing that. All right, looking to secure Centaur's lane a little bit here. All right, now we discussed the Witch Doctor.
Yes.
The start of the season, you know, I think I probably brought it up because I'm so wise and smart and love Witch Doctor. And then it was largely ignored, but now we're seeing it first phase band versus Beast Coast. Why are more teams not just gravitating towards this hero? Surely they're not that much better with it between Schofield and Stinger.
I think that, you know, Beast Coast is a team that makes very few mistakes, so they can use... Because I feel like the power of the Witch Doctor is in the lane. I feel like these other teams, they might make more mistakes, and because they do that, maybe they don't see the value because they don't really utilize Witch Doctor's full potential. I really feel like you have to play your lane well so that the Witch Doctor has impact. Like you really
like
need
the
to get those
Bane.
2 kills. Yes. Yeah. But you know, I think the Bane like even has more like possibilities after the lane stage. I feel like Witch Doctor is very lane stage reliant. All right, they banned the Ursa, and they're probably gonna pick their 5 here.
You think it's a 4
How
Grim?
Oracle's doing?
Yeah. I'm not sure like any of those other Q potential position 4s. I guess Tusk is available.
Well, you need Tuscan. Oh, Earth Spirit's not okay. Just
Yeah.
Bane. I'm okay with Tusk, and then grab yourself like a nice pairing with the Grimstroke. You know, like your CK, your Bloodseeker. I just love Grimstroke 5, the way he enables some of these really, really solid position 1s that are already good. Not that he's bad with Centaur. It's just like Centaur, he enables himself because he's a goddamn beast.
Yep.
It's almost like diminishing returns a little bit compared to what Grim can do with some of these other hard carries.
True.
I like Rubik here.
Because of
Rubik
the lift
gamers.
against Nyx Assassin?
Yeah, Lift versus Nyx, good lane pairing with Centaur War Runner. Lift versus Void Spirit.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm
Put
not
some pressure on him in his plays.
I think it was Thunder Predator that actually picked Shaman when Lion was banned. I wonder if that's something Incubus... I mean, Sladin, he literally plays any hero position 4, like from Wind Ranger to... I don't know, Ursa. So I think it's going to be fun to see what he's playing. I don't think they're going to draft his hero really early here. Probably going to 4th pick it.
I bet you he's a hoodwink player.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was
They
wrong,
want the
but they do
pairing.
pick this Shaman. All right.
Yeah. It is a very good combo with the Centaur War Runner. It was used for like 2 years straight, basically.
Yep. A lot of
And it
stuns
should
here.
just be better, too. Yeah.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Hey, Trent. How
Hey,
come
Zyori.
nobody does that old,
5
was it
seconds
Saxa that used to do it with the Shadow Shaman, where you stack the Ancients and when you hit level 6, you
And
drop the
ult them?
snakes? Yeah.
Usually people have carries that kill ancients now.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So
Good
the
choice.
thing
Good
is,
choice, crewmates.
when we used to see Saxa do it, you do it before your carry would be able to kill the Ancients anyway, because you can kill them
Right.
so much earlier. So, like, if you're position 4, you hit level 6, it's only like, what, a 3 stack of Ancients? You kill it, then you just start
10
stacking it
seconds
again.
remaining.
It's just added value, because what position 1 can kill a 3 stack of Ancients at 10
5
minutes?
seconds remaining.
I think a lot of them can now, actually, because of neutral items and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think a
10
lot of the
minutes?
ones we pick actually kill ancients. Maybe not a 3 stack, but they would
Yeah,
want
2
to
stack.
rotate towards the ancients on the earlier end. You know what I mean?
Mhm. And also,
Like,
I feel
because
like
you get pushed out of your lane so early that you slowly migrate. You farm your way to your triangle, right?
Yeah.
10 seconds
And then you push the
remaining.
enemy tower, or you like TP to their tower at the same time, and then you farm your way back.
5
Either way,
seconds remaining.
the ancients end up being either your like first or your end goal. I mean, I definitely think there's a place for it. Like, I would be happy if he did it, but
maybe
I kind
not
of get
every game.
why.
But I think on position 4, it's like an option that we don't see executed enough, because when you get it, if your carry was not going to be able to kill the Ancients at that time, it power farms you to your blink so fast, and then you can kind of take over the game in some ways.
And you can even share XP with your other support. That was another way
Yes.
that it was used a lot, was that the 5 would come too.
That's, yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, I am down.
Just something to throw out there. Only works with position 4 Shaman as well. Position 5.
guys.
It's,
Do you know what we're getting right now? Are you ready? Here it comes, Faceless Void. Nah, no.
all right. Another wild pick, though. The Lone Druid. Have not seen this guy so much. Seems to fit in to what crewmates like to do, though. He's like Arc Warden, Techies. These are like nasty pub destroyer heroes. Lone Druid's like right up there.
Yeah, FCR is a huge hipster. You know, his IO Arc Warden Lone Druid player. He it really feels like he just likes playing anything that's different. And if I remember correctly, this is the hero from the one series they won. I think they actually won a series with Lone Druid. So that's cool. Just going back to what works for them.
Any good cheese with Lone Druid these days?
Yeah.
Trying to think of like stuff with the bear, because something recently got changed with creep heroes.
Yes, they did that whole thing with the they changed a lot of
what it
things
was.
actually.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Like some
Surely there's
abilities
something.
work on creep heroes that didn't used to
5
work in the
seconds
past.
remaining.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was
Yeah.
a big buff up or something, but I can't recall right now.
Dire team back.
Yeah, I
I
can
get the
actually check.
Legion. I mean, anything that helps the bear is good, and
Team
BKB
back.
piercing. I mean, they could still Beastmaster.
I miss
3
the
as
old
well.
Lone Druid countering Jug days, because you could root him through spin. That was like the classic counter, right?
Mm.
I mean, that's obviously gone now,
Oh.
but
They're gonna
So-
play 3 puck.
What they changed is that I don't think they changed
10
creep
seconds
hero
remaining.
units like as a whole, but Wolf Bite, for instance, works on creep
Oh
hero
yeah,
units.
that was
So,
the
like,
one I was thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
knew
changed
there
a
was
lot
some
of like
weird buff up.
abilities to work on creep hero units that didn't used to work in the past.
Yeah.
3 puck for crewmates looks okay here.
The only thing is the Shadow Shaman, I guess. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's versus Centaur.
Dire team
I
It would be a
still-
player preference.
I kind of like the options of Underlord against Centaur. I guess that's not really a counter, since no one's doing it, but
Radiant
I want
team
Lash.
pick.
There you go.
Yeah, nice.
okay. Bowie with the calls.
Downside
Yeah.
is that it's a little. I don't know. Their ganking potential at like 10 minutes is pretty crazy. They do a lot of damage, and if you transition that into a tower now, that's very, very nice. They don't really have a lot of beefcakes though.
Nope.
10
It's gonna
seconds
be the
remaining.
bear, and you know if Lash has a good lane, he's gonna be a pretty thick boy,
5
but
seconds remaining.
it's kind of scary. Jug Greenstroke. If the Lash missteps in the lane, he can die pretty easily.
Any Invoker players?
Ooh.
Alacrity Jug sounds
The
pretty
only thing is
good.
there's a
Black Soul?
Nyx,
Hmm.
but I mean, you can say that about pretty much any mid hero.
All right, how about the Pugna? Give me the Pugna, baby.
Hmm.
It's our anti-Lesh hero.
What about a TA? Would they play TA here? I think Black Soul played a game of it.
They could. That would ruin my ancient strategy, but they definitely could.
I guess like Shrek is probably like it's the only hero that destroys the TA pick.
Yeah, and then they'll just rotate.
Because, I think they can Roche really easily.
I'd like
I
a
think they
wind.
could-
Nah, they want Invoker anyway.
Heroes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think Invoker is a sick pick in a vacuum. There is some concerns about Nyx Assassin, but again, that's everybody, so whatever. And it's Black Soul Invoker, so I think this guy's a really high rank. Didn't he have a big Dota Plus Invoker before?
I think so.
I feel like that was him. So
I'm in general, I was really impressed with Black Soul. I would say he's my revelation player from Division 2. He really, really steps it up. I know Incubus is not looking really good, but I think Black Soul looked amazing in almost all of his games.
Yeah, he even looked consistent back into the qualifiers as well. We had zero data on this guy. Pretty cool drafts, though. I can see win conditions for both sides. Incubus, pretty well-rounded. They've got some decent push, a lot of ways to buff up this Jug, plus the Centaur. But Crewmates with Lone Druid Lesh, I mean, if they start pulling ahead, they can destroy objectives. Towers are going to melt under this pressure.
It kind of goes both ways, though. I'm very curious what this laning stage is going to look like between Benjaz or Benhaz and Sladden versus D-Flash and FCR. I feel like that's going to be the most interesting one, is Witch Doctor Lone Druid versus Centaur Shadow Shaman.
I don't think Lone Druid
there's a lot of back and
lane.
forth there.
Yeah, I think that's a good lane for Crewmates. If they die, this is going to be really costly, because I don't think they should.
Like if they just get caught, like let's say a Red Eyes comes down for like a level 1 gank or something, and they get a little edge in that lane, I think it could easily turn into a bit of a disaster for Crewmates. But vice versa as well, as if you get that first couple kills, like you get a lucky root or something early with a Maledict, and maybe you get the favor in that lane. But I am favoring Incubus overall between their draft and their players. I think the drafts are very close, but I don't think it's enough of an advantage or anything for Crewmates for me to have faith in them.
Yeah, but both sides feel like a little bit fragile, sort of as you said, where if you play flawlessly, you can run this game down, but little mistakes are probably going to be punished hard. So,
I think Incubus can make way more mistakes. That's what I like about their lineup.
I think so. I mean, Centaur, that's kind of him in a nutshell, right? That's his MO. Oh, we made a mistake? Well, just hit that R and run away, guys. It's cool. We got to reset. We'll take a mulligan on that one. Love me some Centaur vibes.
Just the way Lone Druid works, like late game, where like a Swift Slash might kill the bear, and then you don't have the bear for 2 minutes. I think that's the huge weakness from Lone Druid, and I kind of doubt how well Crewmates is going to be able to execute this. But I will go with them, because I like the cheese.
We have a pause anyway. Were you guys thinking that Jug should have gotten touched, by the way? Because I kind of like when Jug is in this state, because I don't know, he's a very fun hero to watch. And I think he fits in that category of carries that I actually kind of like playing versus. Like I think there's a skill level on both sides. Like you know what he's doing. It's fun to dodge Omni Slash. It's fun to Lotus Orb his Omni Slash.
I don't know what I would have nerfed is my main issue. Like he feels very solid and really well-rounded, but he doesn't have this one thing that's super busted. It's just like his whole kit. So I don't know what I would change.
The eggs and the shard are a little bit too powerful. And the level 15 talent, I think that talent shouldn't exist.
The healing
I definitely agree with the
cooldown. Yeah.
I definitely agree with the shard too. I think the shard is kind of nuts.
Yeah, like not the damage. The move speed is crazy. Like
cut it in half.
100 move speed.
Make it a plus 50. 100 is excessive. 100 doesn't seem like a lot till you play against it and you go, holy shit, I actually can't stop him when he Blade Furies now. He just runs away from me.
Especially with
no
all the
option.
movement speed stuff that everyone else got hit with.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you that one. Maybe tune down that shard a little bit. That sounds fair.
Right.
But
good thing we did Ice Frog's job for him. You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, there you go. That's a freebie. That one's on us.
I think another thing they could change is the way Healing Ward interacts with Sanjay and Yasha, because it actually gets amplified by it, and maybe
true.
If they did it in a way where Sanjay and Yasha doesn't interact with Healing Ward, that would be better, because it's way too freaking busted. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. We've got to resume, so let's hand it over to the commentators. Gary, Theban, it's Saturday. Are we prepared and ready for our first game of Dota?
Oh, we absolutely are. Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Division 2 time Theban. And yeah, like the panel was saying, it definitely feels like Incubus have a very steady, stable draft that can make a few mistakes. And Crewmates, would you consider them cheesy with a Lone Druid and a Lesh?
It's pretty cheesy if you're picking Lone Druid, a hero that typically no other team is playing. But for good reason. I mean, he's Platinum Lone Druid, level 18. He's not really Master tier yet, but last time we saw him play Lone Druid, he played it pretty well. I think it was like a 17-minute win or something, or they were
Yeah.
diving their base by then at least.
Yeah, they had like Lone Druid, DK, Lesh, Abaddon. They had some sick pushing draft that really did. Yeah, it was 20 minutes and 33 seconds. They managed to take down Inverse with that draft. It was a very, very quick one. Yeah, he's definitely a Lone Druid player. And that lane that Bo was talking about, with a Witch Doctor against that Centaur Shadow Shaman, you've got to be wary of your positioning. Again, Trent brought up a great point. If Aretes does move up there with a Grimstroke to get a First Blood, for example, it could upset the balance of things.
Begins.
But then you always come to this question of, like, when do you leave Lone Druid alone? So he always feels like a solo hero.
Exactly. You want to give him as much XP as you can. The one thing some people do against Lone Druid is tri-lane him from the very beginning. As in the opponent tri-lanes him. So you're forced as a Lone Druid team to also tri-lane back, and he gets lower experience, has a harder time getting to the levels up on his bears, and that becomes a big problem for Lone Druid. But it looks like a very casual 2v2 lane here. I do believe the Witch Doctor Lone Druid lane is favored.
Okay.
But Benjas and Slyden, these two guys have an average MMR of over 9,000, so I expect them to do some stuff to win this lane.
Some serious power levels. And there we go. Denial on the range creep. Sladen already shown. He's the boss of this lane. Yeah, we'll keep our eyes there, especially when these heroes start to, hit level 2, level 3, and that damage starts to rack up. For now, I'm just going to be trying to trade out farm. And we can, of course, take a look into these other lanes quickly, Theban, before the action kicks off. Because South America is just action-packed. Black Soul in the mid up against the Ray of Void Spirit. And so far, starting out pretty well with Exort Invoker at 5 and 2.
Yeah.
But, yeah. How does that go for Void Spirit?
This is a pretty hard matchup for the Void Spirit. He's going to be able to poke Invoker a little bit, but it's always got that quas. He'll bring out more tangles, but the damage from Invoker is just so high. I feel people have started to realize how powerful Invoker is when you take up the option to go either Quas Wex or Exort. And in this game, there's plenty of stuns. You got Shadow Shaman Shackles, you got Centaur Hoof Stomp, you got Inkswell you can Sunstrike off, so the lane will become even harder if Black Soul is able to get one of those last hits with the Sunstrike on the map. I mean, you're the Invoker expert, you tell us.
I've actually not played Invoker against the Void Spirit ever. I don't think I've played Invoker mid since Void Spirit came out, honestly. I made the switch to support while Void Spirit was being released.
Well, it's an incredibly good hero right now, so if there's ever a time to play Invoker again, this is it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. And then down at bottom, I'm in on that Nyx. He was hunting for the courier, and it looks like Aretes is just tracking back, try and guard it, so the Juggernaut should be able to get his boots, which are arriving now. Burner against the Leshrac of Hijack. We've seen a lot of these Lesh Pos 3 off-lane. Whisper, obviously, one of the main proponents of that, going for that Hood, the Greaves, all that tanky healing and outputting so much damage. But also the fact you're an int ranged hero in lane, very often against an anti-hero, and you just keep hitting them, right?
With the stun too, so every time the carry walks into the lane to last hit something, you're just gonna get stunned right there, and you have to always do this fake backs and I'm going for the last hit, but I'm not, and then it's just a lot of effort on the carry to lane against the Leshrac, and the Leshrac always feels good in those situations, as long as he has another stunner alongside with him.
Yeah, look at him now, 15-0 on Hijack. Juggernaut, 12 and 2, but it's not been a comfortable ride whatsoever.
The lane does get harder for Leshrac here, I think, because the Grimstroke, once he gets that level 2 Inkswell, you buff up the Juggernaut, get him inside the team fight, and then the Leshrac can fall quite easily. He's not going to be able to really stun up the Jug with the Blade Fury threat.
Yeah, and that's why Jug's gone boots first, right? Instead of the kind of more normal Ring of Health into Battle Fury, he wants that early aggression, the ability to get on top of the Lesh and look for those kills, like you're mentioning.
Yeah, the panel talked about how this hero has some things that make him a little bit OP, but he's also very high skill. I agree with that. And one thing I want to know, at level 20, right, his talent is plus 160 Blade Fury DPS. That's twice his spell. Like, you spend 4 levels into your Blade Fury, and then it just doubles the damage.
Yeah. And it usually coincides pretty nicely, with your shard as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But in high competitive games, like these ones especially, like Healing Word is such a big factor in a lot of these engagements, and that's what kind of makes him so valuable in the fights. Because you win a fight, everyone's like half HP or 20 to 30% HP. You drop the healing ward, everyone's back up to full. You go high ground. Even if your opponent buys back, it's like irrelevant. You do Roshan, you're always full HP doing Roshan because of healing ward. This is the thing that makes like Jug scale very well as well.
Okay, it's a carry hero with a heal, and like you're saying, kind of interesting to think. A lot of spells are kind of either offensively. Oh, a nice little courier snipe out from Armin. What, he's going to get it? Yeah, he's got boots. But yeah, a lot of spells are like offensively focused or defensively focused, whereas Healing Ward just fits every scenario, whether you're going high ground or pushing a tower or retreating or trying to fight. Healing from a carry comes out of nowhere and feels real nice.
It's like even when you're getting jumped too, you just drop it and it heals you, and then there's like lingering healing. Even if the healing ward dies, you suddenly get like plus 300 health out of nowhere. It's just ridiculous.
It's percentage based, yeah. It's a little bit silly.
Oh.
5 minutes in, no first blood. Is this South America? Have we changed regions?
Yeah, are we watching China right now? What's going on? Actually, I've been watching a lot of China games, and some of the scoreboards end with like 16, 17 kills at the end of the game, and I'm like, what's going on
total?
here? But yeah, total. Like there's some games like that, or like 20 kills, like for one team. I mean, you know, not obviously for both teams combined. That would be very weird. But yeah, like I think the patch has come to a point where you see Benjas getting gone a little bit.
Yeah, and he just stomps the bear and runs away. All right.
Yeah, so I think at the peak of this patch, it's like if you lose one hero, the other team is just gonna run away, like abandon the fight altogether. They're not gonna try to fight back or anything. Wait for that one hero to revive, and then they're gonna go out and fight. Because having all 5 of your heroes alive is so important. And in China, especially, they tend to stay on one side of the map. They camp their vision. They don't really leave that area until like someone messes up or someone gets Aegis and runs down at you.
They go on Benjas again. Nice little cask bounce into the root and the fear.
So much damage.
Maledict ticking, and yeah, that's going to be your first blood for the lone druid. Oh no, it's deflashed the little tick of Maledict. That's gonna finish him off.
Yeah, you don't want to see your position 5 taking this 6-minute first blood here. I think lone druid would have loved to have had that.
340 gold for deflash.
Yeah, it's bottom 2. There's a little bit of pressure happening here. But yeah, Sladen, he left top to go to the top power rune. Invoker got the arcane rune there. Rare doesn't have any power runes to be able to rotate with, but he's still level 6.5. Can't really do much against his Invoker, who has 18 denies on him. So he's just gonna rotate bottom. I like this sentry from Amin here, watching if there's any wards, so Ryer can make clean rotations to bot lane.
And a nice stun to start it off. But look at that healing ward placement. Juggernaut, can he survive through this with a spin? The one charges.
Is it good enough
though? Sniped out. The damage from the left rank is there's 2 more hits. Are they going to try and dive it? Rayor. Oh, this is a little bit ballsy because Shadow Shaman's rotated. Sladen hexes him up. They've got that stroke of fate from Aretas, who does wrap in from the backside. He's going to ink swell, but disengage. They don't want to continue fighting, and they force crewmates into an awkward position. Start off the Grim again.
With the plays. That is so good. Just expecting that.
They lose Benjas top.
Again, Benjas die. Yeah, and this with the catapult too. This tower looks pretty dead to me, Gary. Top lane.
Man. Triple range
creep.
Yeah,
we see Amin. And Amin seems dead bottom. Okay.
Yeah, still stuck behind
that kill.
Behind that tower.
Centaur can't even TP back top right away. He's gonna have like 3 seconds difference from when he respawns. And that means 3 seconds to TP in. Yeah, Grim's coming in. He's gonna try and stroke this creep wave. Slow things down a bit.
This is out on so much experience there, especially for Benjas. Triple range creep, like double wave. And the push just continues going on to that tier 1. Now with no glyph here, and also look at this backstab from Rayor with a double damage rune. He's looking for targets. He's going to get the Phantom Embrace applied onto him, so he doesn't take down the Grimstroke, but they collect the tier 1 regardless.
Yeah, he needed to put the Remnant looking downwards towards the tier 2, because that's the only place Grimstroke can run, but puts it in a really awkward positioning, misses the Remnant. That looked like a pretty short kill to me, Gary, so missed opportunity for Ryer, for sure. Oh, but they do get the tower.
Yeah, now it's kind of just like, well, leave Lone Druid alone. That's his lane.
Oh.
Fouled him. Yep. Oh, Sunstrike. One of those shackles. Burner does have a spin. Is he going to use it? He's got Omni Slash. He probably has to now. Cancel the salve in the final touch.
you're okay with that, you know? Now you know Omni Slash is on cooldown for yourself, and you can just focus on farming. Sometimes being a carry and not having that choice process is very nice. Like, just get the kill, go to the jungle, and tell your team, hey, I can't fight for the next 2 minutes. Oh, Amin, oh my
man.
god.
Just burst down. Stuck in that ice wall and Sunstruck. What are we, level 4 Exort now? He's got double Forge Spirits out.
I'll tell you
Invoker,
something, Gary.
57 and 22.
I did not miss Exort Invoker. One bit.
Oreo silenced. He's going to be alright to kill off that Phantom's Embrace.
These Force Spirits and Cold Snap was the demise of every support for like the longest time when Exort Invoker was good. And it kind of feels like he's good again. So, man, I hate it.
I'll have to start practicing again. Get back onto that good old Invoker. I mean, he's rushing Aghanims as well. Going straight, like you were mentioning, the setup for the Sunstrikes. He's going to have Cataclysm very, very early on. But no Hand of Midas, no drums, no travels, nothing like that.
I'm not a big fan of this, especially when your 2 core players are Burna and Benjaz. Benjaz likes to get a lot of farm. Like, this man is like a real position 1 in the offlane. So, better you just go for the Midas. You're going to get a really fast timing anyway. Well, what does he have right now on Invoker? He's got the Point Booster and the Ogre Axe. Yeah, so he would have had his Midas already. So, we'll see what he can do with the Axe. Maybe he gets like 3 or 4 kills as soon as he gets the Axe, and we would all shut up, so we'll see.
Oh, the root. Benjaz still going to stampede away, but it's a Mask of Madness phase boot bear. Another entangle. Would secure a kill here. Centaur's going to get by his tier 2. He's going to keep on going for this. FCR, the TP is coming. Shadow Shaman. Oh, dangerous time in the mid lane. They're also going to catch up Black Soul as Nyx and Void Spirit pound into the Invoker. That's a huge kill to pick up.
Definitely. And Nyx is now level 7, Ryer level 8.5. Invoker has been over leveled because of those kills and the good time he's had mid. Like, you want to be getting these kills as an Amin, and I would love to see him do way more of that. Just show up mid lane, find the Invoker. It's like a pretty hard counter in the mid game.
Eventually going to force that Invoker out of the lane into jungle somewhere. I might even see yeah, exactly. Benjaz is going to TP mid. That's where he belongs right now.
Yeah, just looking back at that top play where the Lone Druid chased them, it's a 20% chance to entangle on the Centaur. I'm pretty sure he hit him like 6 times just chasing him down. He's so unlucky to not get a single entangle there.
It's pseudo-random, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Because he hit him once, and then the Stampede came, then he hit him like 5 times. So I guess...
Burner.
Yeah, a bit unlucky, but oh god,
Solid.
Yeah, can't even get a spin out. Man. Areta's also going to get clipped by that Split Earth. Cask is going to connect too. And Grimstroke just chased under his tier 1. This is some great aggression from Crewmates, just moving from lane to lane. And they brought FCR down here to get another tier 1. They do find the Nyx in the mid lane. Sunstrike and a Stomp. That's a grab there for them. And a tier 1 mid, an important objective for Incubus.
I like what Silent did there. He was smoked up. He stood beside, like, in between the tier 1 and the tier 2. He was waiting for someone to TP in, and they got instantly hexed. It's as if there's just a Invis rune. And even if it was an Invis rune, like, a Sentry would see that, right? But Smoke, you can't even see that. So he just got instantly hexed up. Couldn't even cast Spike Carapace or anything. Gets the free kill, free tower middle. And I think, even though they did lose a Juggernaut and Grim bottom, because they get the tier 1 mid and they're able to defend this afterwards, they're going to be quite okay with it on Incubus. Juggernaut is struggling to find somewhere he can farm right now. And Centaur, he's gone for the straight dagger. He's not going for the Vanguard. I kind of like this from him because you're going to have this Aghanims up soon on the Invoker, and you're going to need someone to initiate.
And he's going to be that primary form of jump. So when Juggernaut respawns, well, he's going to move up towards top, probably take the triangle, that top bit of the map. Do you want to make a concerted effort to push top tier 1 as Incubus? Or are you just going to kind of leave Juggernaut to kind of passively farm the area?
I think you let him farm. I think you just look for any place you can to get 1 or 2 kills on Crewmates. Incubus' job this game is simply to slow down Crewmates. They got this timing that they're trying to hit. They want to just mow down all these objectives. And if you just get 1-2 kills randomly here, you're going to slow them down heavily. And Crewmates, though, they got to play more tight. They got to smoke up. They got to be the first ones initiating, getting the kills done, so you don't let Incubus slow you down.
Just keep that momentum going. It looks like Incubus are moving up towards top. And Centaur has his blink coming, doesn't he? Yeah, on the courier, arriving
does.
soon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And
Just ditching that
Benjas,
bot
I
lane.
don't think he can help it. He's gonna have to play this utility role on the Centaur. He can't be that big, beefy carry Centaur we've seen from him in other
Well,
games.
He can't buy triple heart this game, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he cannot. He's got a Juggernaut Invoker, plus he's had a bad lane. You can see the Centaurs buying those items when they had like a really good lane. And sometimes they do, but Crewmates, you know, the Lone Druid Witch Doctor is not a joke. Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna go straight to mid, and they are gonna trade these objectives. And I don't like what Incubus did here. They just moved all the heroes top when Burna alone could have taken this objective. They need to predict where Crewmates were gonna go next, and it was obviously mid.
Yeah, it felt that way. Yeah, just straight up lose that tower. And they brought all these heroes into mid to think about defending, so a lot of time wasted by Incubus.
Most definitely.
And Juggernaut, yeah, he should be able to finish that tower now. But it's so much more efficient from the Crewmates because they're going to keep on farming through this Radiant jungle, push bottom with FCR's Lone Druid. The smoke here from Incubus, it feels like it has to pay off.
Well, Black Soul is 700 from his Aghanims, and they do want to force something because of Blink Dagger. No, really?
That's a bit cheeky.
Yeah, it is.
Radiant
Interesting.
structures are fortified.
Ryer's going for this Invis rune. And if he sees a Force Spear peek out of that pit, or that Juggernaut walking into the pit, oh god.
Oh, hello.
They saw the Jug walking in there, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't think he did. I mean, Armin's wandering around like, where are they?
Well, they see
where are the
our
enemy
test.
heroes? Oh, there's a sentry there. They're just too late, aren't they? Serpent
Yeah,
Wolf,
they
the
are.
Alacrity on Black
They're
Soul.
gonna take the tier 2 bottom.
Well, that's now Aegis in the hands of Burna.
You know what? I would say that's pretty even trade because they do get this 14-minute tier 2 bottom tower. And they're gonna get the outpost now.
So if they can guard that outpost, yeah, you're going to be losing a hell of a lot here as Incubus.
Exactly. And you already have like these very level intensive supports on the side of Incubus. Grim and Shaman. They're gonna be struggling to find that XP and also a place to TP bottom to split push, which Burna needs to do. I mean, okay, let's see. Juggernaut going top to farm. They're all smoking up here too. They don't really have a way to stop the spin TP though.
I just noticed something that reminded me of my pubs. Grimstroke's got the chipped vest when you've got a Centaur on your team.
No.
And Centaur has no neutral item. This happens to me every time. I look at, oh, hello. They've got a stun on Burna. They've actually caught the Juggernaut and popped the Aegis.
You gotta get
Hacks out from Sladen. D-Flash going to get shackled up. And they will be able to sunstrike down the Witch Doctor, but a great little grab early on that Aegis. Burna would have loved to take a bit of map control with it.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you're Crewmates, just ignore top lane, right? You got all these heroes top, just push in mid, push in bottom, focus on finishing your items. You get like a pipe on your Leshrac, a mech on your Leshrac, you're gonna feel really good. This Lone Druid has a Deso completed now. Going back to fight on your side of the map is what you don't want to be doing. Unless Incubus are completely out of position. If they can get Invoker here, that would be beautiful.
Yeah, look at the positioning.
That's the target they're looking for. Yeah,
Armin
they gotta
and
get the
Rayo.
Invoker.
Oh, they're so ready to jump. Remnant onto Burna. Try and focus down the Juggernaut. They do blink stomp onto D-Flash. Benjas with Burna find them in the back. The Soulbind comes with a meatball. Deafening Blast catching the two in the back as well. And Reretis with that Inkswell connects onto both of them. Hijack is still in the trees hunting for the Juggernaut and the buyback from the Nyx Assassin as they fear up Benja Centaur. Again, trying to focus on this Invoker who's back. He's still full HP. A Cataclysm is going to come out and burst through the Witch Doctor, but Black Soul's down. Benja's on the run back and Burna, he's TP'd out. Can the Grimstroke escape from this? The Deso Mom Bear. It's going to hunt him in the forest and a double for FCR.
So they lost 3 heroes on Crewmates. Nyx also bought out, so his item progression is dead in the waters right now. They lose the Invoker and the Grim. I mean, overall win for Incubus. Plus, Burna can just TP bottom and start shoving his lane out. Unless he gets picked off by Ryer +1. But Lone Druid and Lesh, they both TP top lane. So they don't really have any of that movements available. It's just so scary, Gary, to defend your tier 2 tower when you don't go on the right target. He threw out the Remnant, he hit the Juggernaut. That's like the worst person he can go on, I think, in that position. You had to get the Invoker. He's got Ags, he's got Cataclysm. kill him before he can cast any spells. What did he get off in that fight? He got Tornado,
Everything.
Meteor, Deafening Blast, Cataclysm, everything.
I think EMP was like the only spell he didn't cast, honestly.
Yeah. But to be fair, like looking at this Invoker right now, I'm almost certain that he should have went for Midas first. With the kind of start that he had, he would be at Agnim's right now. And then his item progression to BKB, Boots of Travels would be so much better. But he's struggling to like find the farm, especially with the Centaur and Jug just shoving lanes out, and he's so slow too on the Invoker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Even the travels, right? Because travels kind of act as an accelerator too. If you're able to push out lanes, you know, hide in the trees, put Forge Spirits out to shove the wave. It can act as that farm accelerator as well, and make you a bit speedier.
It's like there's a few heroes in Dota that benefit heavily from Midas. Invoker is one of them, and you should be okay with going, especially with how he destroyed middle. It's like a missed opportunity for sure. Sometimes you're just too selfless, right? You're like, oh, I want to play for the team. I want to, you know, do something for them, and I want to be this greedy Invoker, but you're actually making it worse.
Radiant's middle tower
Desperate to win some team fights. I mean, we'll see, you know, the coming minutes
Dire's
with this
top
Cataclysm,
tower is under
how they
attack.
can do. So they are back up onto the top tier too, but you look at Crewmates, and they're on your high ground. The bear with
Oh,
the
boy.
Deso are just shredding
Oh,
through your
wow.
tier 3 tower. It's actually just gone.
And Edict.
They
Yep.
hex up the bear. I mean, what next? Blink Stomp?
gotta kill the bear.
Try and kill the bear, sure. Inkswell onto a creep. I've stunned up that Centaur on FCR. He's going to bail back. The Sunstrike won't land. And the Crewmates, they extricate themselves from that bottom lane while, Burner's going to spin TP away from top. And a smoke
Yeah,
now
these
from
hold the
Incubus.
tier 3 too. That's very nice, and they had a glyph up.
Oh, but I'm in.
Alright, big Kata. Big Kata, baby. Let's go.
I'm in, pops the smoke, and they're baiting with this illusion.
Dire's top tower
Look
is
at
under
Void Spirit illusion. Oh, spinning around in circles. Hello. Any enemies?
Any bait takers here?
Let's try and reel them in.
Have you ever lost a game because you got baited by an illusion, Gary?
Ooh. It's hard to say. I mean, probably yes. Probably yes. But I can't think of like an exact situation. Like I know I've definitely cast like Laguna Blade or Finger of Death on illusion. That's for damn sure. That's happened.
I'll tell you a moment where I lost a game because I got so like outplayed or baited. Hold on. Okay, I don't think there's gonna be a fight happening here. Benjas, right? You're gonna back off,
Unless
buddy.
Benja just keeps chasing.
Oh my god,
Ooh,
Benjas.
stunned up. And the chain stuns are coming.
Trying to get
the
them to go
Remnant
on him.
into the split earth. The Servant Wolves drop. Benja stampedes, but he's immediately blown up. Armin is traded out as they'll
They want
focus
the
the bear
bear.
with his shackles inside the Servant Wolves. Spin him. Burner. He's struggling to kill FCR's bear. He's so tanky. And they just bring out a second one. A Hex, a Tornado. It's onto 3 of them. The disengage from Incubus, not wanting to continue that drawn-out fight.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be a 1-for-1. You know what I like now? The passive, the Spirit Link is like a passive, or it used to be this buff, right? That you give to your Lone Druid
Yeah, he's been
and the
rabid.
bear. Right, Rabbit, right? And Invoker used to hard counter Lone Druid because of it. Because all you have to do is just Tornado it, and it would be like a 15-second cooldown. So it's like every time Tornado's up, you just remove the buff. But now it's not that big of a counter. You can remove the Mask and Manus effect, which is kind of nice. Slow him down. Yeah. So I'll tell you my story. One time, it's when I was in China, right? I was playing for LGD, and I was playing against Burning. He was playing Lightstealer. We were playing bottom. We were like fighting or, you know, dancing around. Burning shows on the top lane, and we're like, oh my god, Burning is top. We can fight this 4 versus 5. They can't get here. We go on him, and all of a sudden, Burning just shows up in the fight. We're like, how the hell did he get here? He's a Lightstealer, right? And he had Boots of Travels on his courier, chilling beside him. So he put the Boots of Travels in his inventory. As soon as the fight started, he TP bottom, and he showed up in the fight and just annihilated us.
Oh wow!
It was the biggest bait ever. I was like, oh, I felt so bad after that.
Just by showing on the map as well, yeah.
Yep.
That's how much like information or misinformation can affect your decision making. And as hijacking the Yules up the Centaur,
Dire's top tower is
it
under
looks like FCR pop into ulti form. The blink stomp from Benjaz. No Cataclysm or Chain Stuns to follow. They're focusing the bear again, shackling him up as that Soulbind onto Lash and the Lone Druid. A Cataclysm's it's going to whiff there a little bit. Nyx Assassin's still pretty healthy. Aretas and Black Soul pummeled down by D-Flash and
Annihilated.
Hijack, and now onto Benj as we go. No Remnant. They should have some Chain Stuns here though, with Split Earth and Impale catching out the Centaur, and 3 for 0.
That's very awkward movements right into the enemy vision area. Like, you typically expect vision to be there. Plus, the Invoker doesn't even have his BKB yet. And now your base is completely exposed. 20 seconds, but 20 seconds against Leshrac and Lone Druid, Gary.
That's a long time. It's an eternity.
Yeah, they still got backdoor protection until this creep wave meets bottom. I think Incubus do have a chance to get some fight going.
And Burner will spin out of that Yule's. Creep wave arrives though. So now FCR's bear can start to go to work properly. Deny on the tier 3. Juggernaut takes it out, and Crewmates not wanting to stick around.
Exactly. Very fortunate that Berna before those heroes died and Crewmates came bottom, he pushed the lane out bottom, which bought him a little bit more time.
I do like this from Crewmates though, realizing, next objective, Roshan could potentially be alive now. I mean, we know it's about 2 minutes until the big man respawns, but they want to get the top lane out, shove out mid, control Roshan, and start that dance of death around the pit.
Yeah. And Incubus are getting to the point in the game where they are able to battle up against Crewmates as long as, the Centaur or the Shaman is the one starting the engagement. That's what they need for themselves. They need to be the first ones to go in and not let Crewmates jump them, especially with the Mixed Assassin.
He was hiding. He was trying to use one of Jenkins' little hidey hole spots. Tornado comes out, but they've blown up the Shadow Shaman. Cataclysm coming. Down goes Rayor. A decent trade and a soul bind on the ledge with the bear as well. The meatball onto his head. And from the high ground, Black Soul rains down death and fire and destruction.
They got the bear.
FCR. Ooh, he's going to try and sprint away from this. Armin's going to hold him back with a great stun up the ramp and onto the high ground. But the buybacks, Sladen and Rayor, they want to rejoin the fight. They've caught up the Shadow Shaman. He dies back. Healing ward down thanks to the bear. And EMP gonna zone out Crewmates along with the Serpent Wards. So Roshan defended by both teams. And they're probably just gonna wait until the next fight brews again.
Yeah, if Sladen didn't just run in there and die like that, I think it would have been an incredibly good engagement for Incubus, because they got the kill onto the Void Spirit and the Leshrac very quickly. That was a super effective Cataclysm there. The Lone Druid also lost one of his bears, so I'm not sure if that shows up on the fight recap, but that's a lot of gold and XP as well going the way of Incubus.
It sure is. And hijack on this Lesh. Hood into Yules and back into Kaya Sanj. So not going for the mech build we've seen quite often. And no BKB either.
It's not good. I think this is a very selfish build from Hijack. If he has mech, then if he has Guardian Greaves, you can mitigate some of the Cataclysm damage. Because even a pipe later on is not going to do anything against a Cataclysm. It's good against Grim and Centaur, sure. You kind of just want to make your Lone Druid much tankier. Plus, there's no one going for Solar Crest. And that's a really good item for the Lone Druid too.
Yeah, put it on
both teams actually. No Solar Crest on Radiant either. I guess they can't really afford it because they're playing kind of from behind and trying to make sure that they can keep their heroes alive against Crewmates heroes. So it's harder to buy Solar Crest in those situations.
Yeah, and I guess Shadow Shaman kind of locked into his item build somewhat. Aetherlens Blink. You don't really want to deviate from that too much. Maybe Grimstroke could have, but opting for the Force Staff instead. Now, is this another Roshan sneak?
I don't think they're going to get a sneak this time. The Crewmates are all about this.
The Blink Stomp Sunstrike. They pop the Witch Doctor. The Forge Spirit gives the vision on the high ground. So it's, not sneak anymore.
Crewmates are just going to give this Roshan up, and that's a very bad thing. But then again, your team fight is kind of non-existent right now, especially with being down one hero.
What's the fastest you can take the second Roshan? Like, you could theoretically take first Roshan immediately, right?
Yeah.
So could you have a shard before 20 minutes, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, no. I guess so. Why not? Huh. It's going to drop a shard.
Yeah. I just never considered it, honestly. I've always thought
I swear someone asked this question before.
Oh, really?
I don't know if we got a 0-minute Roshan. Well, you still got to get the second one, buddy. What if you can't kill the second one? And what if the opponent takes the second one? That's the worst. Man, I do miss the level 1 cheese Roshan strats though.
So do I. Oh, Retes went for the D-Ward mission. Blown up completely. He does have buyback. Chuck a tornado their way, and they've also blink stomped in with Benjaz, or they've blinked without stomping actually. He's been caught up in all these stuns and disables. Now the shackles inside the spin and the serpent ward that are full stamp away. Gets Hijack out of danger. Armin gets turned on, but FCR, he's just cruising through them. The bear is munching on them. A triple kill. Nice little picnic in the forest for FCR as Black Soul's forced to Ghost Walk and run away while Burner has spin in a second.
Got a cheese.
Healing ward's already out. They find the Invoker. The sentry's dropped and they spot him. Black Soul's burst. There's no buybacks on this Radiant side. They're going to lose at least one lane of barracks. Oh, Burner. Oh, buddy.
Wow.
Get back to Fountain.
This is... that's so smart from Crewmates, just to make a smoke, just like go down to the bottom side of the map. Incubus, I feel like they made a huge mistake in just not pushing top out and letting the Juggernaut deal with bottom, or like smoking behind the Juggernaut while he pushes out bottom. He needs to be the first person that Crewmates went on. You really can't afford to let your supports die like this. I just, yeah, look at this fire here. They go onto the Grim first, super dead, under their own vision, and Incubus, they decide to entertain them. That's the biggest problem right here. And the Centaur falls, Sladen is under their vision, they see him, they just turn to him, he gets munched up by the bear, like 3 hits or something, he's dead. Black Soul, he's like, he runs out of mana, he has a cheese, he doesn't want to use it because it's still got full HP, he still gets caught out, and they just kite Jug on the other side. The Juggernaut, his Omni Slash was wasted because of the Yules of the Leshrac. He literally tanked the entire Omni.
Oh, it's rough stuff for Incubus. Now what's Burner going to do here? Yule's up. Try a stun. And it does actually hit him. Doesn't bother spinning. I guess they can't go for a second lane. You know, these tier 2s still standing, and at least for Incubus, the waves are pushed across the river.
The thing about Crewmates, though, right now, Gary, is they need another play like that. Just because they won this fight, the next fight is not secured for them, because there's still so much team fight and damage from Incubus side. All they really need is one Centaur stun into a Cataclysm that picks off a hero, and Crewmates are going to struggle. So Crewmates have to do a lot to like make sure that the last fight was perfect, like actually so perfect.
Especially when Benjaz is the one getting picked off immediately. He's meant to be your initiation, but he has to blink stomp. He can't just die like that. The Soul Bind onto the Witch Doctor. Killing off D-Flash. The Yules from Rayo is going to allow him to dissimulate off to the side and keep jumping Aretes. Grimstroke's going to run back. Burner is just being cycloned over and over. He's chain Yules. He hits the ground with a thump and a split earth, and that's him down. Sun strikes landing. The Cataclysm won't find any kills though, and the second life of Juggernaut. Burner, spin, TP, any basher? No stuns to go through it. So he will get back to Fountain, but yet again a resounding victory for the Crewmates.
Yeah, they got the D ward this time, but Crewmates once again saw the whole fight and killed the Centaur first. I honestly don't know what Incubus are thinking. It's like they want to fight like warriors, you know? Like, they don't want to back down. They're just like, oh, you're there, I'm coming for you. But sometimes you gotta think. Yeah, you gotta think where you want to fight. How you want to engage into these situations.
Well, there's a Blink Stomp coming down to Lesh. Meatball, there's a 4-staff out. Hijack saved up. The Shackles catching him in, but Split Earth towards Burner is going to actually force him to run back into his base. He's afraid of what Rayo was doing on that high ground. And now Crewmates, they've got options. They can disengage, run away from the Serpent Wards. They know that Incubus have spent a fair amount in that fight. They could even go up towards the top for the tier 2.
Black Soul also spent his Cataclysm like kind of defensively to try and get them off the Juggernaut. So he didn't really have that up to play off Benjaz and his initiation there. And now Crewmates, they're going to be very happy with just getting this mid-racks, winning another team fight. So more gold and XP for them. Still haven't killed that Juggernaut yet. Oh, D-Flash. He has no buyback.
Oh, you're right. 70 seconds. That's a long old time.
Incubus, they should look for more kills right now. You got 1 minute to find another kill before this Witch Doctor's alive. Try to get those timers going. Chain one timer after the other, so Crewmates can't fight you.
I'll try and crack open that game. It looks like they're going to group for that tier 2 mid. Not opting to shove out the top lane. Okay, Benjaz positioning. He is ready, waiting to jump in on anybody who tries to defend that tower. Crewmates still just going to wait that 40 seconds for Witch Doctor. Just hold some high grounds.
Yep. Alacrity. This bear is so farmed, Gary. My God, BKB AC, like
He's got BKB now.
yeah, he's got a BKB. It's a core item for the little bear, the panda bear.
Yeah.
Has fallen.
What's next? Basher coming up after that. So then they'll have something to go through the spin of the Juggernaut. Yeah, these Yule Scepters, Void Spirit, Lesh, and the Nyx, triple Yules on the Dire team. Like, we saw Juggernaut in the last fight literally just get triple Cyclone and he couldn't do anything. It's just taking a target completely out of the fight. I know you'd like to talk about that numbers advantage. Is this new meta, triple Yules?
I mean, it's like an Ursa. They're both bears. One's just a panda. They hate being cycloned. I think if you're Invoker in this game, you get that Tornado cooldown on 20 instead of the Alacrity. I mean, Alacrity's speed and damage is so good though for Juggernaut.
With a Jug, yeah.
Oh man, that's hard to say. But if you get the Tornado, you just keep tornadoing the Lone Druid Bear, like in every fight. It can be really good.
This is an interesting smoke here. Like, the double Radiant Vision obviously saw
The ambition,
Crewmates.
exactly. Yeah,
Move
these
across.
are the kind of fights you want as Incubus. Like, you want to be going into your vision onto the enemy side of the map so you can chain these plays.
Stampede Stomp.
Hijack.
They find Hijack, the Cataclysm, and an Omni Slash. No, just a Swift Slash, actually. Cyclone up onto that bear as the Lashrak buys back. FCR comes in. They've just destroyed Aretes. D-Flash, Glimmer, trying to run away. Benjaz has a Blink Stop, but it'll catch two of them in the Deafening Blast as well.
FCR.
And now the real Omni Slash. FCR, he's being sliced and diced. Burner. Gives Black Soul a double kill.
First
Swift
death.
Slash comes back off cooldown. Hijack, he's just brought back. He's going to die back. Crewmates, oh, they're just throwing this one. The fight from Incubus. One battle to rule them all. Into the vision, smoke around the backside, and get a wonderful takedown.
Yep, they did not expect it one bit. Lashrak just instantly being popped. If you're wondering, oh, was it worth it to Cataclysm that guy? Oh, hell yeah. Just get rid of one hero. That's it. The fight will open up for you. Juggernaut, he's super tanky. Went straight to the Lone Druid. Found him isolated. Omni'd him. The Lone Druid, the bear itself, was not even nearby, actually. So the Omni Slashes couldn't even bounce onto the bear. And that's his first death, too, on the Lone Druid.
Yeah. All right, 8, 1, and 10.
Has fallen.
And it looks like top lane melee barracks at the very least. Incubus are going to claim it. The rest of the squad has managed to push out bottom, push in towards mid. And Roshan, fastest spawn in about 15 seconds. This all seems pretty nicely timed. That the script coming to fruition, even
Dire's
the
middle
comeback.
tower is under attack.
Burner starting to
Roshan.
become incredibly powerful.
All right, quick. Roshan, how long do you think it's going to be? Oh my god.
Look at that.
10 seconds.
Go scout it. Go on a forge spirit. Something.
10 seconds? Are you kidding me? One? No, you just got it.
Oh no.
You just
The
went and
timing.
got out. Yeah, the timing. That is so unfortunate.
Everyone's pinging it out now, though. Like, hey, Roshan could be
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah, but the
Incubus.
vision, this vision right now, like, this is Crewmates' vision, and if they want to get something going, this is the time. But there's also
see
two words
perfectly.
of Incubus watching Crewmates. Like, but they're both watching each other.
Everybody sees everything. Invoker does have boots of travel now.
They
so,
smoked up. They know.
looks like-
They smoked up. They're sitting on the high ground, Gary. This could be a disaster.
Invoker's
Benjaz?
pretty far.
Cataclysm, that's all you need.
Well, they jump. Rayor straight into the Grimstroke, the 4-step away. Swift Slash, Blink Stop. And that's the blow up of the Void Spirit. Amon's shackled up. The spin and the Cataclysm coming. It's going to burst through the Nyx Assassin. There's two heroes dead without buyback. And Witch Doctor's just being bashed up and destroyed by Burner. FCR silenced. Omni slashed. Lone Druid. He gets the meatball dropped on his head. And Burner comes out with a double kill. While on the left-hand side, Sladen, he's spotted the Lashrak. Here's a 5-man wipe incoming. Stun him up and kill him off. The Disco Pony down. Roshan's alive. And the Incubus side now really seriously in the lead.
Well, they saw the smoke and they just sat on the high ground. Invoker showed bottom, so that made Crewmates feel very safe. Like, oh, there could only be 4 heroes here. Yeah, you can see the jump in, the bash from the Swift Slash, and then that gave Centaur enough time to just blink and stun him. Here comes the Cataclysm, 4-star from the Witch Doctor into the other Cataclysm. Nyx just instantly dies. Juggernaut pokes him down. Alacrity onto the Jug. Omni Slash comes out, bounces between the two bears. The Jug even kills the small bear with the Omni Slash, so you got that extra 300 gold and XP plus the kill onto the Lone Druid. Oh man, they got so much from that. That's Aegis. There's an Aghanims on the Jug too. Please give that to your ally. Who you want to give that to? Don't...
He has 2 Aghanim Receptors, Steven.
Yeah,
Leave
like,
him alone.
no one can have this if I can't have it.
He's collecting them. I mean, is there an argument? Wait, how does it?
Eat it and then sell it for 2,000 gold? No, give it to your teammate, you bastard. Give it to your teammate. Don't be greedy.
So it doesn't work like the Alchemist one, right? You don't get the 4,200 gold refund when you got 2 Aghanim Receptors.
Nah, you don't. Give it to the Centaur, please. Just give it to your Centaur. Like, it's so good. He gets the
Shadow
extra
Shaman.
duration. Shadow Shaman's okay, but you know, you got a Juggernaut. He can take buildings on his own.
Okay.
Just give it to your Centaur so you have the save in your lineup. Yeah, he's holding on to it. He's waiting for Benjas to meet up with him. He's a good player, Gary. He's not going to eat it and sell his Axe for half the price.
Fair enough. Spread the wealth. Hand it over to someone else. I mean, I might even give that to... Invoker still has a cheese, in fact. I was wondering where that cheese would be ending up. I guess Burner can just keep Aegis and cheese for now.
There we go. Pass the Axe. Thank God.
Beautiful.
But Burner would have been on my naughty list if he ate that Axe and sold his Axe.
I even gave the cheese to the Centaur too.
My naughty list ain't that
Penta-edged
big in the
sword.
DPC essay. Okay, that's good item, yeah.
Wait, he doesn't want it.
Is he
wants-
keeping a Mindbreaker? He prefers the attack speed. First the attack speed and the silence here.
Interesting.
It's not that bad.
I guess, yeah, if you're swift slashing or jumping the Void Spirit, now having that silence seems pretty good. And up to high ground they go again. And now Crewmates on the defensive, something they've not really had to face too much this game. They've always been the ones winning team fights until that one sad day. FCR sends his bear forward, tries to chip away at Serpent Wards, but the tier 3 is already down. And Burner just frontlining for his team, while it looks like Amin, he's going to get Blink stalled. Doesn't get stomped, gets the carapace off, but the rest of them are still there surrounding him. Nick's wanting to go on a recon mission, but he's dead without buyback.
The cockroach is dead. Uh-oh.
There's no way, Nick. He's 70 gold away from buyback. Losing your bottom barracks and probably mid as well.
Yep. The game went from like 5k advantage to 22k disadvantage in a matter of 5 minutes.
And we do have 2 bears, so this first loss not a drastic problem for them, but the Cyclone, Lashrak still stuck there inside that Juggernaut's range as they do actually Shackles over on the side. That's Rayor down.
BKB.
Yeah, the BKB from Shadow Shaman. He's going to get bashed and rooted, forced to have to disengage. The second bear, it's gone.
Oh
Crewmates
boy,
buy back on the Void
yeah.
Spirit, but now you're down 2 bears. I mean, what's the net worth of that bear? It's literally 20,000, isn't it?
I mean, he used the Omni Slash because he knew that's the only bear left, right? So you can see how they want to fight. They know the Lone Druid himself is useless. It's all about the bear.
And you haven't even broken the Aegis. You're against Mega Creeps.
And they don't have damage anymore on the side of Crewmates. They also don't have an MKB for this Juggernaut Butterfly either.
Yeah, it's game.
They're just going to call it. Go next.
Wow.
Well, Gary.
That was an interesting game, wasn't it? It looked like Crewmates were moving towards victory, you know, steadily winning team fight after team fight. That one smoke movement into vision allows Incubus to have, what, 2 fights in a row around Roshan where they dominate.
You know, I'm watching this game and I feel like Crewmates never really had a chance to win. Because the way that they won is because Incubus just keep running into their wards. It's like they're not thinking about where to fight on the map. And they keep giving away all these kills. And after giving away all these team fights, Crewmates couldn't like win team fights on the enemy's terms or anything like that. So that's a big problem. They're lacking that